Hi fellow dreamers, in this video we're going to talk about how we can use art and meditation to have more lucid dreams. Thanks for joining everybody. My name is Carolina. As you know, I focus on doing children's books like these right here that promote love, unity, and peace, and I also help my followers interpret their dreams. The reason we do this is because when we listen to our dreams, we're connecting with our subconscious, and when we share them, we connect with one another on a more profound level. So let's go ahead and get started with the topic of today. Many of you are asking the question, how can we have more lucid dreams? So I wanted to make this video specifically for you because there's a way that we can use meditation and art to really help us connect and to really help us have more of those lucid dreams. Now, before we get into that, let's ask ourselves this question: why do people want to have lucid dreams? What is the point of it? So, first and foremost, lucid dreaming are those dreams where you're in them and you are completely aware that you're dreaming. A lot of lucid dreamers can even take action, can maneuver, can change scenarios. They can do anything that they want within dream state. Now, your next question is probably, yes, but what good is this? How good, like, what does that do for me in waking state? So it does everything for you. For example, if we're practicing taking action within a dream, maybe that's a nightmare, maybe it's a fearful dream, or maybe it's a dream where we want to take action, where we want to fly, do something completely out of this world. Those dreams, whenever we're aware, whenever we can take action within dream state, that same creativity, that same inspiration can bring itself back to waking state. So many people want to have these lucid dreams because we can expand, we can heal, we can just be even more creative within dream state. So let's go ahead and get started with the meditation portion of it first. How does meditating during the day help us have more lucid dreams? So for example, when you're meditating, what are we doing? We're being mindful. We're practicing our breathing. We're allowing thoughts to come in and let go, right? The idea of meditation is to find that state of peace and calm. So if we're practicing this during the day, if we have a moment within the day where we really are conscious and aware, set that time aside to do that just for ourselves, this energy, this kind of practice that we're doing will reflect in waking state. What do I mean by this? I mean that whenever you're having a dream, whenever you're in that dream and dream state, it is more likely that number one, you are going to have a more peaceful dream. Why? Because we've been practicing it. We've been meditating during the day. And then number two, not only will the dream be more peaceful, but you're going to be more conscious, more aware, because whenever you're meditating, we're practicing that same kind of mindfulness practice. And if we do it during the day, it is only natural that it reflects itself in waking state. We have to remember that because we are one being, we are living this waking life, but we're also in dream state. We're also having these dreams. These two worlds reflect themselves because we are only one being. So if we're practicing this meditation during the day, it's going to help us get into that wonderful dream state in a peaceful way, and then also in a more mindful way. So whenever you start having these peaceful dreams, imagine being more lucid in a peaceful dream. Think about it. You're already, let's say you're seeing the ocean because it brings you peace, it brings you calm. Let's pretend that you're seeing that within dream state, and then boom, you're lucid, you're aware that you're dreaming. Maybe, just maybe, you want to fly. Maybe you want to fly above the ocean. Maybe you want to visit a particular island. Maybe you even want to dive down within the ocean and see what worlds are beneath. There is no limit to dream state, right? And that is the whole point. We want to be able to be as creative as we can in dream state because that same creativity will reflect in waking state. So whenever you are confronted with a problem issue, okay, in waking state, you're going to look at it so differently. Why? Because we've been practicing being more creative and literally thinking outside of the box, outside of this world within dream state. So you can see why it's so incredible. You can see why it's so magical and why so many people want to have these lucid dreams. So that's one way we can use meditation, but I want to give you a different way that you can even use meditation. So for example, let's pretend we have just finished meditating. Let's say that while we were in our meditative state, let's say that we received a word or even an image for whatever reason, something that kept coming back, and you kind of questioned that, even though you allowed it to come in and let go, maybe you questioned that. Okay, let's take this a step further. If you want, go ahead and take a moment, and whatever came to you during that meditation, whether it be during or after, write about it. You can either write about it or you can paint about it. The reason we want to do this is because what we're doing is we're letting the self know this is important. These things that are coming up within me are important. I value them. I treasure them so much so that I'm giving them attention and I'm creating something new from them. Let me give you an example. I did a meditation with my dream circle. So as you know, I have an English dream circle and a Spanish dream circle where we talk about our dreams. We explore what everybody's dream language is, because as you know, everybody's dream language is a little bit different. So we did a guided meditation, and within it, it kind of walked us through different scenarios, different areas. And then after this, we did a practice together where we all painted whatever came to mind. Excuse me. And this is what came to my mind. So it looks strange, I know. It looks very strange. But what it was that this meditation was walking us through this amazing path. It was telling us to go through this path, and then saying that there were various rooms. There were various rooms around us that had a specific color. And within this specific color, you could go into the room and you could decide to stay there or not to stay there. So it was really amazing because everybody had a different art piece. And this was mine. And of course, we went into detail, we explained them. I have a video where I go into detail with it, but I just want to provide that vision to you, because whenever we have a meditation and whenever we have this wonderful connection with the self, if there is a feeling, if there's an image that came to you, it's important that it be noticed, it's important that it be celebrated, and it's important that we create it in a different way, so that way we can make that connection with the mind and the self, letting us know this is important. Now, let's pivot a little bit and let's talk about the art piece. How can art, how can painting, how can drawing, etc., how can that bring about more lucid dreams? All right. This is fun and it's amazing. So let's pretend you wake up. Okay, you wake up from a dream and you have like a little pinch of it. You just have a little snippet and you're like, oh, that's the only thing I can remember. Darn it, that is it. Okay. As you know, we can write it down in our journal, which is step number 1, so that way we can keep remembering it. And oftentimes it's like a little string, right? You give it one detail and then you pull it and more information comes, which is great. But another cool way and another thing that can help us more lucid dreams is if you paint it. So if you have one image, let's say you wake up and you're like, you know what? I feel like I was in the ocean. I feel like I saw the ocean. And maybe that's all you can remember. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a moment, put on that calm, relaxing music, have your little chamomile tea like we talked about in the other video, and paint about it or draw about it. Create something from it. Let me give you my example real quick. I had a dream that of course I was in the ocean and I was underneath the ocean. I was breathing, I was exploring this wonderful city, and I couldn't get much more from the dream, but I'm like, you know what, that felt so good to me. So I woke up, I started painting about it. I created this painting, and what happened while I was creating this painting was that I started having the same feelings that were going within me in dream state as I was creating this peaceful, calm piece of artwork. And it was almost like I was reliving this experience, but in waking state. What it was, though, is that I was bringing those feelings, those feel-good feelings, those peaceful feelings, I was bringing all of that to waking state, and I was creating something new from it. And what happens when you do this is that not only do you encourage this in waking state, but you amplify it in dream state. I went back to bed, and then I had another dream where I was within the ocean, and boom, I was lucid, right? And there was such an important connection that I had made, because I've done this quite a few times where I put so much energy into either a piece of artwork or something that I'm creating, but I have that image of my dream in my mind as I'm creating this piece. And not only can I transmit the energy of what I was feeling, that peaceful, loving energy, but also it helps me to reconnect with myself and to be more aware of these dreams. So then I was having more lucid dreams. Now, I tried this with some of the people in my dream circle, and a few of them also had the same thing happen. So test it out, try it out. Remember, everybody is a little bit different. For you, it may work better for you if you just write down your dreams in your journal, because maybe you're one of those people that enjoys writing. If you're a creative person and you enjoy drawing or painting, this may be a perfect thing for you. Now, don't limit yourself. There's so many other things we can do to have lucid dreams. It's about being conscious in waking state and really focusing on one thing, because what happens there is that we're letting the mind know, I'm here, I'm in this moment, I am so aware of this. And that same practice of I am so aware of this, I am so focused in such a loving way on this, that energy will go with you to dream state and you will do the exact same thing. That is the powerful thing about it. As you know, our dreams are here to guide us, and if we can use our dreams, if we can be lucid and aware within our dreams, then we can make some real changes. We can really use them to guide us in waking state. So, alrighty guys, that's all I've got for you today, but let me know how that goes for you. And real quick, last thing I'll say, if let's say you enjoy music, Go ahead and write yourself a song about it, do a tune, whatever works for you, but think outside of the box, think outside of this world, do something different that really connects you with dream world, with those wonderful feelings from dream world. All right, later I may do just a meditation that can help us with this, and then we can share our paintings, our artwork, or our songs after. But for now, I hope this video helps provide some guidance to you, so that way you can have more loving and more lucid dreams. I send you a huge hug. I send you love, unity, and peace. We will be in contact. Bye, everybody.